Hello everyone, so today's rundown is going to come as no surprise. There's manipulation happening again in the market. Crypto has taken enough of a hammering over the past few weeks with all the FUD, the FOMO of the news, that China are banning it, JP Morgan said everyone's going to lose their money in crypto, and also with some clowns doing some tweets to put everyone's fear factor from fear to extreme fear. And also we're going to have a look at the charts and I'm going to tell you why I believe that this is not as bad as many people are believing it, because there's some things that I've put in the charts that happened way before all this tweet and FUD stuff come out days ago. We're talking on the 2nd, and why I don't think it is as bad and why I think we'll pick up a bit of momentum. I'm Christian, this is Crypto Ripto. If you want to find out more and see what's happening in today's rundown, stay with us and let's get into the video. Well, thanks for staying tuned. Here's today's rundown. We're going to start with the manipulation. Now, obviously, everyone knows what's been happening. You've probably seen it all through the news that Elon Musk has tweeted another tweet to sort of troll Bitcoin again. Why this clown does it, we have no idea. What he gains from it is yet to be seen. I don't believe it's a coincidence. You know, there's more to it than just him playing around with working class peoples or people that are in the market, the retail kind of money, are trying to get a grasp of things. We just started seeing momentum coming to the market. Bitcoin was starting to sort of look like it was gaining traction again. And a key kind of like a resistance level, this timely tweet comes out, Bitcoin starts to dive, and everyone's portfolios start taking that, but anywhere between a 10 and 20% hit, which is not ideal for anyone in the crypto space other than the ones manipulating the market. Now, I just want to keep this video short and very informative, but I believe the tweet had a slight impact on it. But as you'll see when we go on to the second part of today's rundown in the charts, that I put something in there that was marked out well before Elon Musk's tweet, and why I don't think that we need to kind of panic or lose track of what we're trying to achieve here, and that's continue on with the 2021 bull market and bull run. Now, what I'm going to do is briefly on the manipulation stage is going to go straight into Elon Musk's tweet. Now, I know a lot of people would have seen this tweet, but let's just go through what his kind of cryptic message was. And he's put hashtag Bitcoin and a broken heart. Obviously, now that can be taken one or two ways. It can be taken as he's sad Bitcoin's not doing very well, which I don't buy, and I know a lot of you don't buy, or he's sad to be leaving Bitcoin and either himself or Tesla are going to dump their coin, which maybe led a lot of people in the market to have a bit of fear, which was already there, and start dumping. Now, the cryptic picture and message is neither here or there really. So we'll just have a look what this tweet says, and it says, I know I said it would be over between us if you quoted another Linkin Park song, but I found someone else, him. So in the end, it didn't even matter. Now, obviously, we know that's a famous quote from a Linkin Park song. But what is the cryptic message from her? Is it he's broken up with Bitcoin and found Dogecoin? Is it he's trying to now dump on Bitcoin so people sort of start selling off Bitcoin and everything comes down lower, which doesn't make sense because he's hurting his Dodge army as well. So this is why I think this tweet is it obviously had an impact, but I just think it's a bit cryptic and it's a bit more come from a guy who's probably sort of under extreme pressure, probably having a kind of internal meltdown, and he's just tweeting any old rubbish, any old crap to try and troll people because he sees the whole crypto market as like his real life game of Monopoly. And as you know, when you play games with people, you tend to do untoward things. Some people have their hands in the bank, some people, you know, try and cheat here and there, and you've got clans that just try and mess up everyone's momentum to try and just put some disruption in there because they can. Now, why I do think these tweets do have a great impact, I do not think Elon's tweets have as much weight or momentum in the market now, because it's like the boy that cried wolf. You know, he's done this tweet quite a lot of times now, so I think people are getting a little bit wise to it. But he does have like hundreds of thousands, like millions of followers, and there's a lot of people in there that are going to listen to what he does. But not only that, there will also be bots out there, or people will have things set up that will sort of trade on the basis of his news. And yeah, and that really happens. And that's what could have happened, because as you'll see when we go into the chart now, and God, I've got to reload it here. Let's go into this chart. As you'll see when we go into the chart now on Bitcoin, you'll see it didn't really have a massive impact. Bitcoin only went down really about 10%, and we've seen bigger corrections than this sort of along the way here. When we're coming out, you see the rising kind of, I don't know, the rising kind of pendant people said there, or it was up and tested this kind of like descending triangle. But if you have a look at the chart here, and I put this in way before, and this is the 4-hour chart, and I put this in way before Elon Musk tweeted. We'd just broken out on the second, and we was gaining momentum, and it was going up, and we was about to test this resistance. Now this resistance has been there, a key resistance for me for quite a while now, since way back on the 20th of May, where we've thought we hit it, we got rejected, we come down, we went back up to it, we hit it again, rejected, we went back up, nearly hit it, got rejected, and we came into this kind of wedge pattern, and we broke out. Now, if you have a look where we broke out, we sort of like are taking a dump, and this is where Elon Musk kind of tweet was, and where the things are, but we only done a 10%, and it's just coming down now to actually test the outside of the wedge. I mean, we could fall right back down to the support, but as long, in my opinion, and it's not financial advice, it's just my opinion, and I trade off these kind of patterns, as long as we don't fall below the support, or we get a nice bounce off the outside of this breakout wedge that we had here, I don't see there's any major call to be super fearful, because this would only bring us back down to sort of like the 34,000 mark, and we could get a bounce back there. And you know, the way you have a look here, the way Bitcoin goes, could easily shoot back up and start testing these high levels again and break through this resistance. And what we're looking for here, and what I definitely look for, is a kind of a crossover between these two moving averages to put us in a kind of like an uptrend again. Now, I know we was well over kind of sold here, and we did get a red dot when this tweet happened and we dumped, but I do think we will turn a bit more bullish now that the FOMO is gone, now that the people of the FUD and the Elon Musk tweet not having as much weight as it used to do. Now, I don't know if everyone agree. If you don't agree, please leave a note in the comments. You know, you can sort of like say what you think, or if it's all Elon Musk's fault, or you think it's nothing to do with the charts. But I personally think the charts were playing out exactly as they should have done. And obviously, if we'd have gone up and broke this, retested it, it would have been every trader's dream, and we hopefully would have started shooting up to the upside. But I think obviously with the manipulation, him or someone's told him, it's just timed it right. They see us getting near a key level, and they've done the tweet to obviously drop it a little bit. But again, I mean, as you can see here, and I'll just put it on here, from the top there to the bottom there is 10%. It's a 10%. Now, in crypto, we all know 10% is not a lot. So obviously the same, obviously with Ethereum. Ethereum had its little dump. It's about 11% there. But again, these markings, and Ethereum just got rejected at resistance as well, and is coming back down to test the breakout of this wedge. Now, these are all patterns that are playing nicely. I mean, Ethereum could have a bounce off the moving average. Now, if you want to know what this is here, this is the, I'll just double check. is the 50-day moving average. So this is the 50-day and the 200, obviously, for I don't know if any of you believe in what's called the death cross, but obviously on the daily, that's what their moving averages are in there for. But I use them when I'm looking at the 4-hour charts to sort of gauge how the market's looking. Obviously, we had a downtrend here. We was sort of coming along nicely, consolidating in between these two lines here. Broke out of this wedge, and you know, we could easily have a bounce. It's not that far from the resistance. It's a lot further from the support here than it is from the resistance. So I don't know. You tell me what you think, everyone. Please leave a comment or do a message and tell me what you think. But I personally don't think that this has had a massive impact. Yes, it's pulled the altcoins down a little bit because that's what happens when Bitcoin drops. Yes, Bitcoin dropped a little bit, but I think people are getting wise to it now. So in hindsight, a 10% correction down or a 10% dump is not anything that would shake a lot of people in the crypto market. Maybe the new people a little bit because they're still getting used to it and they're still trying to pick themselves up from the battering we had on the big dump. But I still don't think it's that much at this stage to worry about. We still need to really see how we play out with testing this resistance again and seeing if we get a bounce either off the moving average or the outside of the breaking wedge. Now, obviously the same, it's a little bit grimmer for Bitcoin, but I still think, again, as long as we've not broken down past this 30 kind of 4,000 mark, it was about 34,300, I don't see any concern or any reason to majorly panic. So that's today's rundown. I've gone through the manipulation and Elon Musk's tweet, left it up for you to decide whether that had a massive impact or he just timed it at the right time to sort of like push or reinforce the sort of 10% correction down dump for whatever reasons bewildered to that clown. And for the charts, that Bitcoin is not actually in a doom and gloom place. It is still down. It's still not looking brilliant or too great, but it is in a momentum where it's not broke down from what it was bouncing off the supports from previous days off the back of this. Yes, obviously we picked up momentum and it was a bit of a shock to see because we thought it was going to hit the resistance and sort of shoot through and out, but everyone's fixated with this breakout of this wedge. Now, if they're looking at the 1 hour wedge, it's going to look a bit grimmer. If you're looking at the 4 hour wedge, then it's going to look a bit better, and the daily wedge looks even better than that. So it depends what you're looking at and how you're trading with the Bitcoin. But for me and how I'm trading, and I've not really seen a bigger loss on my trades on Bitcoin on this, I still don't think it's that bad of a time to panic, because a 10% dump is nothing new in crypto and it shouldn't be anything that shakes a diamond hand. But that being said, I still think there's too much manipulation in the market. I don't like to see it because we're all just like normal people, retail people, working class people, just trying to make a good living and a good bit of investment for our futures in crypto. And we have the people that don't really need any more money, so why they're trying to rob ours is just bewildered to me. People that don't really know crypto that great, because I don't think Elon knows crypto that great, just messing around because he can. So I'd rather just, enjoy crypto, come on a ride with us and try and play like everyone else plays, apart from these clown whales, and enjoy ourselves, and we can all make money. The people that have been in it a lot longer, from back in the day, 2011, they deserve their gains because they got into crypto when people were really not interested in it. And the people that have come in it on the last bull run, like I'm an adapter from sort of 2013, and people that have come into it new this year that just want to learn it. I don't care when you got into it. I don't care how knowledgeable you are. If you're in crypto for the right reasons, and that's A, to learn about it, and B, to try and better yourself and make a bit of money for your future, for you, your family, and everyone else, then I'm a supporter to you. I don't care about anything else other than that. If you're in crypto for the right reasons, and that's not to screw people over and just try and make a better investment for yourself, that's what this channel's about. And I'm a massive, avid fan, and I'll help anyone I can in that space. So that's all for today. Hope everyone has sort of had a little bit more time and a bit better perspective of it now, and is a little bit more calmer about this little kind of bump in the road. And until the next video, I'm Christian, this is Crypto Ripto. Trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.